Dear brothers and sisters, let us continue the book reading Reality at Dawn, written by Babuji Maharaj, chapter Ways and Means. Lastly, the most important and unfailing means of success is the prayer. It connects our link with God, to whom we surrender ourselves with love and devotion. In prayer, we stand before Him as an humble suppliant, presenting to Him our true state and completely resigning ourselves to His will. This is the true form of prayer, and as a true devotee, we must also feel satisfied with the will of the Master. It is folly to pray to God for petty worldly ends, except in most exceptional cases when peace of mind is greatly disturbed for want of bare necessities. We should always pray to the Supreme Master, the Omnipotent and the Omniscient, alone, with a mind totally absorbed in love and submission to Him, forgetting even ourselves altogether. This is the proper way of offering prayer, which in such a state seldom goes unrewarded. I have dealt with this point more elaborately in my book Commentary on 10 Commandments of Sajmark. Here, Babuji Maharaj is explaining us about the last and the most important and unfailing means of success, that is, the prayer. Prayer connects our link with God, to whom we surrender ourselves. How should be our surrender? It should be with love and devotion. So, in prayer, we should stand before Him as an humble servant, presenting ourselves to Him, our true state of condition. Just open your heart and place before Him, completely resigning ourselves to His will. We should be in such a way that we should accept everything, whatever comes to our path, as the gift or boon bestowed by God. This is the true form of prayer. So first, we should prepare our heart with love and devotion, and we should surrender ourselves completely to His will and pray like a humble suppliant, that is, a beggar with a bowl. And finally, we should completely open our heart and place it before Him. Then, this is the true form of prayer, and we become the true devotees. So, Babuji Maharaj is saying that we should pray God only for His sake. We should never pray God for petty worldly ends or things, except in most exceptional cases, when our peace of mind is greatly disturbed for want of bare necessities. This we should underline. And we should always pray to the Supreme Being or Master, who is omnipotent and the omniscient, alone, with a mind totally absorbed in love and submission to Him, forgetting even ourselves altogether. This is very important in prayer. See, A prayer with awareness is nowhere a prayer. For this, Babuji Maharaj has revealed a story in his book. This story is regarding a Nawab who will be doing his namaz sitting on a carpet, and around him the soldiers were standing to watch that no one should disturb his namaz. But what happens when he starts doing namaz? One lady, she just walks on the carpet and proceeds further. Because of this action of that lady, the Nawab gets disturbed from his namaz. Immediately he will be angry, and he calls his soldiers and tell them to catch that person who disturbed his namaz. Then the soldiers started from there to catch hold her. So they find that poor lady with soiled clothes and uncombed hair, and she was in a very much pitiable condition and completely ruined herself in search of her husband. When the soldiers loudly call her and tell her to stop, she will be in such a state of condition that she was unable to hear those words of the soldiers, and simply she is walking ahead. Then soldiers will surround her and stop her to move further, and they will question her. Hey lady, who are you? Where from you are coming? Where are you going? Do you know what blunder you have done? Then that lady gets the awareness. Immediately she replies to the soldiers, "Oh soldiers, I am a poor lady. I am in search of my husband. He left my home since so many months and not turned up. So I am unable to live without him. I am in search of him. That's why I am proceeding in this way." Then the soldiers told that lady, "See, Nawab has called you. Come, let us go to the Nawab. Because you disturbed his namaz, he wanted to punish you." Then that lady told that, "See, my dear brethren, I am already in distress and my condition is miserable. How can I disturb anybody else? Anyhow, you are telling me to come. Just I will accompany you. Come, let us go to the Nawab." Then soldiers took that lady to Nawab. As soon as Nawab saw that lady, he turned angry and he asked that lady, "Oh poor lady, how dare enough you are to disturb my namaz? Are you blind enough to walk on the carpet on which I was doing the namaz? What punishment I have to give?" Then that lady replied Nawab, "Oh Nawab, just in search of an ordinary human being or a person, that is my husband, I am walking in such a way that even I forgot about my clothes, my dress, and even myself. Simply, I am searching for Him like a crazy woman. Now you are doing the namaz for the sake of that Supreme Lord, Allah, but with all consciousness. How can your prayers reach Him when you have all the awareness about yourself and your surroundings? How can you get the union with that ultimate? Just tell me. When she asked this question to Nawab was stunned and he realized his mistake. And then he told that lady, I am extremely sorry because I was blind with my supremacy, ego. So, you made me to realize the fact and opened my eyes. And then he let her to go. So, with this story, what we can understand is that if we have awareness of ourselves, then that prayer is nowhere a prayer. So we should forget ourselves completely and become one with Master. Then that is the real offering of prayer to God. Further, let us read. In the end, I may also bring home to your mind that there are different forms and practices for achieving the end. They might lead you on the path of realization to some distance, but how far I do not propose to discuss here. I leave it to the judgment and the experience of the readers themselves. But I assure you positively that it is Raja Yoga and the Raja Yoga alone that can lead you on to your ultimate destination or the highest point of human approach, where you are in perfect harmony with nature, assuming your absolute and pure form. No other form or practice can bring forth such results. It is therefore essential to have recourse to this science if you aim at the highest point. The help and support of a truly worthy guide is, of course, the essential factor, and at the same time a serious problem of the day too. But a true seeker, I assure you, shall never fail to find him. Here Babuji Maharaj is giving us the assurance about our practice, because there may be many different forms of practices for achieving the end, but it may lead us to some extent in our path of realization. But to what extent or to what distance it will take us cannot be discussed here. That's what Babuji Maharaj has said. And it is purely left to the judgment and the experience of the readers. But Babuji Maharaj is assuring us positively that it is Raja Yoga and the Raja Yoga alone that can lead us on to our ultimate destination or the highest point of human approach, where we are in perfect harmony with nature by assuming our absolute and pure form. So, no other forms of practice can bring forth such results as Raja Yoga brings us. So, it is therefore very much essential to have recourse to this science of Raja Yoga if truly we aim at the highest point. Then what is needed further is the help and support of a worthy guide. This is very important because without worthy guide, even though whatever the practice or method we follow, it cannot be possible to achieve our goal. Fortunately, we got Samartha Sadguru, the worthy guide, Guru, Babuji Maharaj, to help us in this path of realization. So, Babuji Maharaj is assuring us all that if we seek him really, then definitely we will get him who takes us up to that level, that is ultimate reality. With this chapter concludes, and let us know more aspects in the forthcoming satsang, the chapter The Guru. With this, I conclude today's satsang. Pranams, Namaste.